This is being recorded live with a live audience. I always wanted to say that. With a live audience. I'm kidding. This is on a live stream. I am recording a request from Sir Burrito. It's Sir with capital S, with capital B. Just putting it out there into the universe. Sir Burrito requested token. I'm your baby. I have not heard this. I've heard other songs from this album, and everything I've heard I've absolutely adored. Now, remember, I'm not a bar breakdown channel. I'm like the well-meaning Butterfingers on the football team. Like, I try to catch things, but I'm not always successful. But I give it a good college try, right? Just putting that in the universe. Just putting that in the universe. The original's in the description down below. Please make sure you go give it a comment, a like, watch time, all the things. Support the artist. That's what we're here for. Let's experience this together. Let's do this. I got this. I love Token. I don't know. He's grown on me lately, to be completely fair. He does sing about some topics that I'm like, well, I'm not really into that, but okay. Like those topics. But other than that, I love his lyricism, and I think he's pretty awesome. And this album I've heard is amazing, so I'm excited. Let's go. You ready? Make sure the sound's on. All right. Token, I'm your baby.
Internet trolls raised me, ads raised me, Nickelodeon raised me, Dan raised me, Superbad American Pie, Hollywood Sounds, XXX search raised me, I'm your baby. Mom left my dad and never talked to a man.
Is he basically saying that, like, TV raised him because he didn't have family around to do it? I know that's a really weird thing to say, but he named off all of those shows. And now how many times do we talk about how we let the iPads raise our kids? TikTok raise our kids now.
Raised me, Nickelodeon raised me, Dan raised me, Superbad American Pie, Hollywood Sounds, XXX search raised me, I'm your baby. Mom left my dad and never talked to a man again, just to paint a picture how the marriage went. And that's just what I thought what every marriage was. I still would call it love, but I never saw him touch, and I knew it wasn't sex, I only seen them kiss once. But married for 20 plus when I was young, if there was nudity in movies, mama put some anger to it. Little did she know that I wasn't a stranger to it. Internet trolls raised me, ads raised me, Nickelodeon raised me, Dan raised me, Superbad American Pie, Hollywood Sounds, XXX search raised me, I'm your baby. I was infatuated.
That's one of my worst fears, is that my girls will not know what it looks like to have a healthy and fulfilling relationship for when they're older. One of them's already an adult, you saw her in the chat earlier, but the other one is young, because I don't have a male in my life. So that concerns me, you know, to not be a good example in that respect, to show how you would get along with someone else, how you would work with someone else in a relationship. I feel like I'm falling short because I should be showing them that, but all they see is me doing it all on my own. Does that make sense? So it just kind of triggered something in me, him talking about that, because that's one of my biggest fears when it comes to raising my girls. Anyway, one of them's raised. There's not much I can do now, but
American Pie, Hollywood Sounds, XXX search raised me, I'm your baby. I was infatuated with sex when I was 6. Mom blamed it on the music, so CDs were edited. But it wasn't the CDs, the privacy intrigued me. You look when they say don't look. So I was 8 scribbling pictures of a naked body till the teacher found my notebook. She had to make sure my home's good, so I was put in therapy. Imagine a therapist studying an 8-year-old's rendition of naked breasts. I was always questioned, especially cause I only grew up with women present. My therapist put down his pad during one session and asked if I ever thought about my mom and my sister naked. I don't remember what I said, I just remember the feeling of realizing my mom and sister were big breasted. I broke out crying, I couldn't stop and I didn't know why. It's funny which memories stick with you. I was 9. Keep going.
I have a lot to say about therapy. Therapy is not my friend. I feel like when you tell a child something, when you present it like leading questions, like you say something like, you talk about water and then all of a sudden all you guys are thinking about water even for a second. Well, if you even thought about water for a second, you must be thirsty. And you're like, wait a minute, of course I thought about it. You just mentioned it, right? It's like a leading question, and then to be at a child over and like to make them paranoid because it's just, I don't know. I understand what they're saying. It's just sometimes therapists are not the best.
Crying, I couldn't stop and I didn't know why. It's funny which memories stick with you. I was 9. Keep going. When I was 12, I started hanging with older kids. They would tell me things and they would show me things. Teachers always said I had an old soul. Must have been just my soul, cause my brain didn't know a thing. A mutual friend led me to this older kid's house. We were in his basement, 2 other older kids round. When my homie left, I should've left, but I stayed there. Didn't know these kids well, but I felt safe there. Shouldn't have felt safe there. Dirty conversations about the girls in their grade where people lost virginities. Me, I ain't even kissed yet. I didn't even think about getting my wet. That night I was talked into doing things I ain't wanna do. A lot of I don't knows, a lot of come on dude, a lot of no one's even gonna know, a lot of closing eyes, a lot of long showers and no appetites. Internet trolls raised me, ads raised me, Nickelodeon raised me, Dan raised me, super bad American Pie, Hollywood signs, XXX search raised me, I'm your baby.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this out into the universe. That sounds a lot like my teenage years, my stupid choices that I take full ownership of. Between 13 and like 16, actually until I was an adult, until I was like 18, I was the one who was hanging out with people in places I shouldn't be, and big parties and mansions, big, huge mansions, multi-million-dollar mansions where they had like 2 houses, basically upstairs and downstairs, and parties. You know, I was like 13, 14, hanging out with 19, 20, 25-year-olds. And, you know, they always are just like, oh, it's nobody's gonna care. Don't worry about it. We got you. Don't worry. And you just do stupid shit. And you know you're not supposed to be, and you know that you're like, man, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have thought about that. I shouldn't be involved in this. But you're already there. It's just no other way to say it. It's just, it already happened. You know, you already did it. You already got high. You're already sitting there. You're already in the bad situation. And yeah.
I just started dropping music at the time.
Wait.
XXX search raised me, I'm your baby. I just started dropping music at the time. Writing love songs about a girl I hope to find. Playing Wayne tapes, knowing I could never say the first body to touch my body looked just like mine. It's funny which memories end up sticking with you, cause I forgot it even happened till I turned 22. Then it all came back and it felt brand new. Wondering if it plays a role in relationships I pursue, or is it just a distant memory that never left a mark? One night my homie had some questions at the bar. He said, why do all of your girls look fresh out of a magazine? I said, it's just my type. He said, I feel you, but I mean, what if the perfect girl for you was normal looking? Would you do something? I said, what? He said, it just feels like you're trying to prove something. And you know that everyone knows you well, so maybe you still trying to prove something to yourself. What are you still trying to prove? Internet trolls raised me, ads raised me, Nickelodeon raised me, Dan raised me, super bad American Pie, Hollywood signs, XXX search raised me, I'm your baby.
And then what?
I love when they have static. Why is it while listening to this song, he went from just being like, yeah, what's up, to looking super sad in the middle of that picture? And also, why do like 2 of the guys look like Cal Scrubby, especially this one right here? Looks like Cal Scrubby right here. And all of the women look basically like what he was just. And why is there a goose? Do you see a goose? Or is it a duck? No, it's a mallard duck. It's up in the top right-hand corner. There's a card that says Happy Father's Day. I'm guaranteed that everything on here means something. That was a really deep song. And it made me feel some type of way. So, you know, neither here nor there. And I understand that it has to do with, like, you know, where he comes from. But if you know, you know. If you get it, you get it. If you kind of, whether by your own choice or just by circumstances, if you get it, you get it. I really appreciate it. That was a really good request. I'm Your Baby by Token. The original's in the description down below. Please go give it a comment, give it a like. Support the artist. I keep coughing because I keep talking so much that I'm like, that's why I keep drinking water. That being said, you guys go support the artist, and thank you again for this. This was really good. Super awkward and unprofessional and slightly like in my feepies outro. See you guys in the next one. Put a comment. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what you thought about this. Tell me if there's something else you want to see from Token. I really like his music. I mean, especially this album. I haven't listened to too much prior to this album, not too much. But everything I've heard from this specific album, I can say is absolutely amazing every single time. All right. I'm on to the next one. I will see you there, wherever it may be.